Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Undead Dire Maul is here and it's been a long time. It has been 16 months since we last had Undead Dire Maul. So in this video I'm just going to go quickly through all armies for all leaders so that you will be able to wrap this up. Dire Maul is not a particularly challenging dungeon, although there are a couple of things that are nice in your army in order to complete it easily. So for example, doing it with Arthas, I have Execute. Execute is wonderful for the first map, because Execute makes things minis fight against each other, and that's going to be really good for you. And then I have Plague Farmer, which is a superstar in all of the maps. Especially the second map, you can just send a lone Plague Farmer through the left and send your rest of your army to the right, and then the Plague Farmer is going to solo the boss. At least sometimes the AI responds, but you can very often bait the AI, go to the other side. And then I have a little bit of walking power here so that I can kill the healer in the third map together with Execute. I have a little bit of healing for Arthas. Arthas is my tank here. Then Device Bandits are really good here. They can pick locks on the first map, and then they can stun some enemies, and they also summon some ice, so you can use them really well defensively on the second map. And then I have a bit of power with the Witch Doctor as well. Then I have pretty similar armies for Sylvanas, Thalnos and Rivendare. So again, I'm using the Execute, I'm using the Plague Farmer. I actually kind of like skeletons in this one. You can use them to take some towers, you can use them to distract, you can feed them to banshees. Bunch of things that you can do with them. And I have a resistant tank. Resistant tanks are really sweet here. So one alternative strategy for the second boss is just use the resistant tank to tank it, and well, it can also kill it. A little bit of healing may be added, and well, you can always send a Plague Farmer behind. Here I also have Frostwolf Shaman, so I can give armor to Fire Elemental, so I can have an armored resistant tank, which is really nice. So I used this army with Sylvanas, and I also used this same army with Thalnos, so exactly the same army. And with Rivendare I did a little bit different, because I was running a Priestess instead of the Frostwolf Shaman. Not a big difference, so I suppose Frostwolf Shaman is just fine, but you can also use Priestess if you happen to like that one. And finally there's Anub'arak, and Anub'arak is just doing Anub'arak things on the first boss and on the third boss, and everything just dies pretty much. Second boss actually is a little bit more difficult with Anub'arak, because whenever you summon those beetles and lots of squad minis, there's going to be so many of those eyes, and those eyes can hurt. So actually what I ended up doing with this one in the second boss was that I sent Anub'arak to the left, and I was fighting on the left side more, and then I sent a Plague Farmer to take the tower and then go through that side. I guess you could also do it the opposite way, so you can use Anub'arak, but you have to be very careful about all of the ice that are going to spawn, and a little bit strategic about how you use all of your beetles in order to survive that one. It's going to be a little bit tricky with Anub'arak. Of course, you could just ignore Anub'arak, and you could just copy the Fire Elemental style army from the other leaders. You can do that totally. If you have difficulties with Anub'arak, you can just ignore Anub'arak, forget it even exists, and play it perfectly normally. But I was able to do it with the Anub'arak army without too much trouble anyway. So that's Dire Maul, Undead Week, all leaders, and this is what they all look like in action. Here we go. Alright, we can send Arthas over here. I can send Plague Farmer out there if I don't have anything better. Because Plague Farmer, look at the ridiculous splash radius, by the way. That is absolutely bonkers splash radius. Plague Farmer is just so ridiculously powerful nowadays. I don't even know, it's just incredibly strong. No, don't kill my Arthas. I need to summon another one. Just look at that splash radius. Like, Plague Farmer shoots at anything, and the backline is always hit practically nowadays. Which did not happen with the old splash radius, but splashing pumpkins just... it's crazy. Crazy stuff, I tell you. Right. Oh, I can send my walking out there too, and all these Plague Farmers, look at the poison ticks. Slur. It just goes away. Boom. But I'm still kind of holding out hope that maybe, just maybe, Blizzard is going to do something about the dungeons, I mean. And if they do something about the dungeons, then I might not need another account. I might be able to just play with what I have. But we'll see. Anyway, here we go, here we go. Merciful stuff. That was poorly positioned, by the way. No, it was just barely enough. Okay, now we have the Lone Plague Farmer strategy in action here. Lone Plague Farmer, all the pressure is on this lane, so the AI will prioritize this lane because look at all the pressure that's coming from here. There's so much pressure coming from here. Which means that that Plague Farmer is likely going to be ignored. And then poison. And poison. And again. Down they go, down they go. Okay, here we go again, here we go again. Send out some stuff, and that one goes over there, and I can actually probably do pretty sweet things with this, right? Couldn't quite kill it. Momentarily I thought I might just be able to kill that. Alright, that's fine too. Sending a Lone Plague Farmer this way. It's going to grab that boss for me. Everything else is going to be sent this direction, take the more important one. Lone Plague Farmer is enough to poison that and make it join. On the other hand, Arthas with some frost effects apparently is just good enough to fight there anyway. Okay. Well, that's just some Arthas quality then. Yeah. Just Arthas things. Don't even have to kill the healer. Arthas is pretty good, it turns out. Boom. I want. So here we go. Oh, we have Anub'arak available immediately, which is really, really sweet. So can we get through, please? Okay, just kill that. Yes, wonderful. Get something out there. And some more batlings. And the Witch Doctor protecting them to an extent from the Ogre Mage. I like that a lot. I'm able to set that up. These did take quite a bit of damage though. Maybe I did misevaluate. We'll see, we'll see. Anub is still alive, which is nice. I'll just send some reinforcements. I mean, it's gonna be fine, isn't it? Yeah, everything's just exploding. Can I be fast enough to do that? Let's see, let's see. We open up with some skellies here. And some bats. Look at all those explosions. There are too many explosions here. Let me see. Going to try to attack that way. No, now the explosions are too close. Okay, they're not. They're not. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. It's all gonna be perfectly fine. Zero worries. As soon as I figured out just how I want to do this, then it's going to be fine. Alright. We got those stone out there. Now I'm going to make another Anub. From far behind here. Then we're going to start bombing. Now we're going to start bombing. What are you going to do about that? Because now you're getting bombed. Ha 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 ha! Alright, alright. It does work out in the end. I just needed a little bit of a different plan. Okay, scrubs. Let's do this. So I want to start by getting some stuff out here so we can fight against those. That's a start. Now I want my Anub. I can send some beetles to take that tower. It's gonna be good. And I'll need a Quillbore out there. Now we have enough power at the tower. And enough pressure here. Be able to do good things. Yep. Managed to get that. It's on our side now. Alright. Oh dear, I forgot about that one. It should be okay. Just keep sending some stuff out there so that Anub isn't all alone. Now I can make a huge attack against the healer. Healer's dead. And look at all these beetles. Now that's the Anub I know and love. Cool. I suppose that's gonna be fine. Let me see. Okay, we can execute there. Send some people out here, including this. I mean, that just look at the damage from that plague farmer. Is that crazy damage or what? Now we're going to make an armored plague farmer. That's totally fine. And the splash hits the ogre mage too. Like it's just everywhere. These fire elementals are so good at tanking ogre mages. Just look. That tanking is exquisite. We can send another group of 5 skellies to the tower and we're about to lose 1 fire elemental. Well, cost of doing business, I suppose. Make an armored one here. Send more plague farmers there. And also execute those grunts. Pow. And here we're going for a bit of, let's armor that up. Oof. Some lossies I see. I can feed one of the skeletons for the banshee. Oh, but now they got a prowler. So we didn't get to keep our advantage. That's fine. some of these out there, and then we could have sent it out from the stone actually, now that I had the stone. And then we're going to do some fire elemental magic here. Sending a kobold here is always a little bit questionable because it might interfere with the good plague farmer. Just add a little bit of speed to the plague farmer and boom. Scrubs. Yes, yes. Scrubs. We'll position this one on this side so that it's going to take those down and then start moving towards Letendris. And as soon as I get another gold, no, I was a little late with that. I really want to get the skeletons out there slightly earlier. But it's gonna be fine regardless. I managed to mess things up a little bit somehow. Well, it's gonna be okay. This is not a disaster by any means. Just need to send another fire elemental out there. While Tindris picks herself up. I have the fire elementals going and some grunts coming my way. Hate to see those. Shouldn't be too bad though. I'll be able to fight them with these and then I can drop an execute out there. I can send my skeletons out there. I can send more healing power from here. As soon as I get the gold to do another execute, then that will open up everything. Life looks reasonably good right now. Let's keep going. No, I did lose the poison stacks, but it's still gonna be enough. Boom. I triple drowned. They're actually coins, they're not gold. But because Rumble team chose not to use words, and that's why people are so confused so often. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. We can get some skellies out there. And just look at the splash zone of that plague farmer. That is so crazy. So crazy. I'm going to get an armored plague farmer, am I not? I suppose. Here I can use these to do a little bit of something with that ogre mage. Pow. Ogre mage down. Let's send another fire elemental from here. Put some skellies out there, use bandits. I'm not fast enough to refresh the poison stacks, am I? I don't think I will be, no. But it doesn't matter. So how are we going to do this? I think we can get armor on that one, right? I think we'll just go straight up. I think that's gonna be fine. Let's just do that. Straight up with the fire elemental. Look at the plague farmer, it's bonkers. No, losing a shaman. Hate it when that happens. I guess it's not too bad, but send another fire elemental here. Oh, you want to send an ogre mage into it? Be my guest. That fire elemental doesn't have a healer, so it's actually going to die. No, 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 no. We got distracted there. Stole my Thalnos. Sad times. Okay, we can send a fire elemental going up here. Going to kill those real quick. I'm just going to send another healer up that side though. I don't absolutely need another healer here, and I can feed a little bit of those over here, and that's gonna be, oh, that's beautiful. Fire elemental power. You don't always have to like manipulate the AI. Because just fire elementals are good at tanking this. Boom boom. Alright. Sending this over here, and let's do a little bit of fire elemental action here. I can send a miner out there. So far so good. As soon as I get the gold for the skellies, I'll send some skellies to the mid. I can send another plague farmer. That should be pretty good. Double plague farmers should be able to do a lot here. Yep, they are. Then I can just send more fire elemental things. Plague farmers obviously here are not going to last very long, but it's gonna be fine. The base is going to be able to handle that, I don't mind. Send a little bit of support. Might send something from here. Yes, that's okay. And once we get there, I'm just going to execute and use skellies. So we're going in with these. Dropping in a bit of execute, dropping in a bit of skeletons. So we get to challenge that one. Then I can execute again if I need to, but the damage output is so big that... Pow. Fire elementals are pretty good in Dire Maul. Alright, so we have... Sending the bandits out there. Okay, and then we go in with this. Look at that, just look at that splash radius. Because that splash radius is bonkers. It just changes everything. Just changes absolutely everything. No, now the Huntress is getting... No. Have to kill the Huntress there. Please. Can you kill the Huntress for me? Okay, starting to look a little better now. I think this will be fine. Let's send some skellies out there to protect this plague farmer. And yeah, it works perfectly. And then we can send another fire elemental. Mine a little bit over there, send a little bit of these over here. Get ready to execute if something comes up. Ooh, that's a nice one. Good. I want to send these so that the plague farmer is a little scary because it shoots the chest open outside of the claim radius. So you can actually lose the chest there. But here, just look at that, those fire elementals tanking beautifully. Priestess is healing, plague farmer dealing damage. There's so many potential valid ideas. Alright, let's send a priestess out there. I might send some. So this time we're just moving straight up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Going in with a couple of... Oh, actually managed to lose priestess there. Mild shock. And that is a little annoying, by the way. I'll have to drop these on that one. And try to send these from here. Priestesses and plague farmers. And we have enough damage. Pum, pum, pum. But yeah. Zarabelda with the gift. Hey, thank you so much. Alright, this goes over here. And we send that one over there. And add a priestess to it. Then we're going to send some skellies to the tower. Maybe I need to send another plague farmer. I'm beginning to think that otherwise this tower will not fall. Not sure if I was correct about it, but I definitely felt that the tower might not fall if I don't send another plague farmer. Okay, then we have the fire elemental tanking lead tenders like a pro. It's just doing a tremendous job there. Alright. Couple of fire elementals, couple of priestesses, a plague farmer. That's a really sweet army coming. I can fight a little bit over there. Send a fire elemental from here, I think. Together with another priestess, and then I can send some skeletons out there, and should I put them so that they would get the bloodlust. But this should be easily be enough regardless. So many priestesses. Legendaries to slow things down. Grammage at my base doesn't matter, and boom. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.